It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
Right to the air is Jackson. That's complete. It's down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Brissett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll defer the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Brissett. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Going long here for Wallace. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Chester Rogers. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow a ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This complete to David Bell. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Play action now. Brissett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Brissett. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw, Brissett.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I can just tell you from the defense's perspective, okay, they've got the lead, and they're getting all the bounces. What's going on here?
I guess the good news for the other side, still 3+ quarters remaining.
Yeah, maybe things will equal out over the course of the game.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. This will be caught by Brown.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go play action with Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Brissett.
That's complete to Bell over the middle. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 4 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Jackson now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go option to the short side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Brissett to throw on first.
And that's going to...
And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Brissett.
Another completion here to Hunt.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's hard to believe with all this production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a 1st down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 24, Brissett. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. David Bell, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Brissett now. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
They go play action with Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Brissett.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Brissett. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Brissett. Drops it off for Chubb. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
You ready to roll? We're gonna be big time now. Let's go, baby. It's game time. Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And again, it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brissett. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
This offense returns to the field led by Devin Duvernay, a wide receiver.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking deep downfield, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A 1st down throw for Brissett.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
After to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Brissett.
He's got Njoku over the middle.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught here by Bell.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Brissett. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, it's Brissett. And it's caught. Touchdown. Harrison Bryant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Open man is Duvernay.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Finding room at midfield.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jordan Elliott,
he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And Chubb try the middle here. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Well, the crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Brissett. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And
here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check.
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway. He's going to have the first down, and more than that. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and he's had a heck of a game so far, up over 100 yards receiving already. And it's not all been air yards, as we saw right there. He's so good that when he can space maneuver, he can often turn it into a big play after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now he's forced out left. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Dobbins going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Jackson.
Well, this goes out wide for Drake.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Kenyon Drake from 3 yards out.
And the Ravens have taken a fourth quarter lead.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Brissett on first down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Brissett.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They go up the middle with Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing, Brissett.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
York able to send this one through,
and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Ravens ready to take over.
I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option to about the 35, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson.
That would complete to Prochet.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll go with the option, coming right. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?